Teams are set to compete in Super Bowl 55, with the Kansas City Chiefs defending their title against the new-look Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So who better to speak to today than a former Super Bowl champion? So joining us now to discuss the big game and much more, a Super Bowl champ and television host, Victor Cruz. Victor, good to have you back here as always. So we have the best quarterback in history going up against perhaps the best quarterback on the planet, period, right now. So what do you make of this amazing matchup that we've got for the Super Bowl?
I think it's going to be incredible. I think we're going to get a lot of points scored. I think we're going to see, exactly what we want to see. Two quarterbacks, both, one legend in his own right and another that's becoming a young legend in, himself, writing his chapter, his story, the way he wants to do it. So I'm excited for both teams. I'm excited to see a bunch of points being scored. I'm excited to just see kind of this high energy, high octane offenses kind of go at it and see who comes out the victor.
Now, Victor, we know you've beaten Tom Brady in one of these big games like this before in 2012 when you won it with the G-Men, which was amazing. How do you sort of prepare for this sort of game, and what do you think is going through a lot of the players' minds right now?
Well, you got to try your best to stay focused, and this year, I think they're lucky that this year has been the kind of year that it's been in terms of fans and not having the same level of just fan craziness and family craziness as you would have in a normal year. You'd have to deal with tickets and deal with flying your family there and where they're going to stay and handling all of that, prior to even stepping foot onto Tampa or wherever the Super Bowl was being played that year. So there's so many other things that was going into it that these guys don't have to factor in. But now they can just focus on the football and focus on what's going to be the game plan. How are they going to be better? How are they going to conquer the other team? How are they going to win that one-on-one matchup throughout the course of the game and see who comes out on top?
Victor, we know the Chiefs playing in this for the second year in a row. They've pretty much created a dynasty behind Patrick Mahomes. And we forget about what Tom Brady has accomplished here. This is his 10th Super Bowl that he is competing in. Just how hard is it in the NFL to continue to sustain that success? The fact that you can go to the Super Bowl multiple years, that is a really difficult thing to do.
No, I don't think people really even understand the kind of level that Tom Brady's on right now. And even myself, like I claimed him the best quarterback in the world like 5 years ago, like when he had his fourth championship. You know what I mean? Like I was already on the train. I already knew what he was doing, how difficult it was to have that level of success. And then he went on and won two more. And now he's about on the verge of potentially winning another one in 10 Super Bowl appearances. I mean, like, you just can't make this stuff up. And for him to go to another team and inject his energy in the way that he is, and just his presence alone be the deciding factor on top of the things he does on the field, obviously. But for his presence to turn that team into a 7-9 squad to a Super Bowl, contending team overnight, it's impressive.
I was going to say, before we switch gears and talk about some other stuff that you're working on, if Tom Brady can win the Super Bowl at his age with the Buccaneers, not even the Bill Belichick Patriots, the Buccaneers, does this almost establish him as the greatest of all time? He's already won everything already, but doing this with Tampa just adds a whole nother layer to this.
He's already been that. It's just he's continuing to peel new layers of himself. He's been the GOAT 4 years ago, in my book at least. Like you win four, the way you win them, the way you drive up and down the field, the way you do it. And then at that time, I think he was at 6 Super Bowl. He won 4 and attended 6 Super Bowls. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane. This is insane.
Victor, I do want to talk about your new fitness app that you have launched called Ladder. Take us through the idea about it and what made you decide you wanted to get into this.
Yeah, I launched the program under Ladder is called Undrafted, and it's with myself and Eric Rakowski, my trainer. And I just felt like where I am in life and the things that I'm doing on a daily basis, which one of those things is working out and staying fit and staying in shape. And when this opportunity was presented to me to start this, I was just like, man, this is right up my alley. It coincides with everything that I'm doing in my life right now. It's something that I can speak to easily. And I just thought the app was dope, right? Because you get one-on-one training, right, with myself and Eric in your ear, talking to you in and out of your own music, your Spotify's, your iTunes, all of that kind of can be listened to within the app. It's kind of integrated in there. And then you get fresh workouts every single week, fresh, new, solid workouts that we're walking you through and you're hearing us. And then there's a chat component, which I'm most excited about, is that the the chat component that allows everyone in your undrafted family to have conversation, send photos, talk back and forth. So you'll get different videos of myself talking to everybody, saying hello, showing my personality. You might even see some teammates, some other celebrities, people that I know might be in the app saying hello to everyone as well. So that's the part that's most exciting, is the family atmosphere that I'm excited about
Yeah,
personally.
because there's a level of personalization, but also accountability that comes with all of that, and that definitely plays a huge role. Did your personal approach to health and fitness really play a role in developing this app?
Not necessarily. This app kind of already came to me kind of ready made. I think the program that's on there, the undrafted program, I wanted that to be different than anything else. I wanted the feeling of that program to be different than the other programs they have on there, because you get the dynamic approach of myself, a former athlete, and an actual trainer as well that knows what he's doing, and my, level of expertise from years of training and years of learning my body. I can add that as well, along with personal anecdotes. So it just made sense for me. It made sense for who I am and what I'm doing in the moment, and it just was a no-brainer.